Hello everyone, welcome back to the study of economics. In this today's episode, we are going to discuss about government and the economy. Government plays an important role in promoting the economic development and improving the welfare of the people. It takes measures to overcome the problems like unemployment, poverty, inflation, and the lack of basic facilities inequality. Thus, the role of government is an important in the economy. Now, we'll deal with planning in India. Then, what is planning? Planning refers to the deliberate actions of the government. It is the deliberate actions of the government to systematically allocate and utilize available resources because to achieve predetermined goals in the interest of all. Here we can observe that planning why we need planning. So every individual require a proper planning because to achieve his predetermined goals. Like that only in our country or in our economic system also require a proper planning. Here planning is essential because to allocate and utilize the available resources, the intention is to achieve predetermined goals as well as to welfare of all the people. So this is what planning. In order to this, the government set up the planning commission, that is in 1950, because to achieve the predetermined goals. So the planning commission was set up in 1950. Then let me discuss what are the objectives of this planning in India. First one, increasing the rate of growth. Second one, bring about modernization in the economy. Third one, achieve self-reliance. Fourth one, reduction in the inequality of income and wealth. Fifth one, development of infrastructure. And last one, development of financial institutions. See all the objectives. In this, all the objectives we can identify that. So the government intention is to make the welfare of the people, welfare of the society. That is by the way of economically, socially, culturally as well as the spiritually. So that by making a proper planning or by making the proper decision regarding the economic activities, so it will helps to achieve economic growth, economic progress faster. So that is what first one, increasing the rate of economic growth. The government intention is to increase the economic growth. As a result, it helps to improve the welfare of the people as well as the standard of living of the people. And coming to second point, modernization of the economy. Planning commission, it helps to set up a proper modernization because modernization, it helps to update technology in our economy. As a result, it helps to the people to get the opportunities in the industries. Next, third one, achieve self-reliance. Self-reliance means self-producing goods. That means, for example, if in India we produce our own goods, we are not depending upon another country's goods. So we produce ourselves, we use our own goods, we use our own raw materials, and we finally produce the goods and services. That is what self-reliance. So this planning helps to achieve self-reliance. Next, fourth one, reduction in the inequality of income and wealth. Because here government will provide equal opportunity to all. Take for example, subsidized products for the poor or the weaker section of the society. So by the way of making a various economic policies which helps to a poor section or the weaker section of the people in the society, and by the way of this, so the government will try to reduce the inequality of income and wealth. Next, development of infrastructure. Because predetermined goals, like it is like a long term planning. So take for example, it also helps to develop the infrastructures, like for example, construction of roads, construction of dams, public hospitals, schools, like that, as well as the libraries, railways. So like basic necessities. So all the infrastructures can be done under the planning. So if it is proper planning, then the government can easily achieve one by one, that like infrastructures. And the last one, development of financial institutions. Because everyone has require a financial needs. So that in order to fulfill the financial requirement or financial needs, the government will set up, as well as the government will promote or support the what financial institutions. So that financial institutions also played a major role in the economic system. So these are all the objectives of planning in India. The main intention is nothing but that is to achieve predetermined goals. Okay students, so now we are going to discuss about economic reforms, that is LPG policies. Economic reforms refers to the adoption of policies. What policies? That is LPG policies. LPG policies are liberalization, privatization and globalization. So economic reforms refers to adoption of these three policies. Why? Because to eliminate the market barriers or restrictions and encourage economic participation from private sector and reduce the fiscal deficit and also increase exports and reduce imports, etc., for increasing the growth rate of economy. So this is what economic reforms. Then next we see here what are the current programs for economic development of the government. So first one, general development. Then how can the general development can be taking place at present? That is Digital India. Digital India campaign was launched in 1st July 2015 by our Prime Minister. Its intention is to ensure that government services are available to every citizens electronically, and also people can get benefited from the latest information and communication technology. That means here the Digital India's main aim is to make India become a digital country, become digital and empowered in the field of technology. So it is helpful to the every citizen because to get every aspects in electrically. Next, in the field of agricultural as well as rural development, what are the programs adopted by the government? That is, first one, Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana, it was launched on 18th February 2016 by our Prime Minister. The aim of Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana was that is to provide insurance cover to Rabi and Kharif crops and also provide the financial support to the farmers in case of damage of crops. That means its main objective is to provide the financial support as well as by providing the insurance services for the farmers. So it helps the farmers to stabilize their income. Another one program, that is Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana. Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana, it is the national mission to improve farm productivity and ensure better utilization of resources in the country. That means it is the irrigating the field of every farmer and improving the water use efficiency to provide per drop more crop. So this is what the intention, or this is what the aim of this scheme. By providing the what, that is water, that is by the way of per drop more crop. So this is what the aim of this scheme. As well as it also ensures better utilization of resources. Next, third one, Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme or Manrega program. So the objective of Manrega program is to enhancing livelihood security in rural areas by providing at least 100 days of guaranteed wage employment in a financial year. And also it is implemented by Gram Panchayat. So here legal guarantee for 100 days of employment in every financial year to adult members of any rural household willing to do public work related unskilled manual work at the statutory minimum wage. So it is what? It is one of the major scheme provided by the government to rural and unemployed people. Next program, Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana. It was launched by Government of India because to provide connectivity to unconnected villages, because to provide the all-weather road connectivity to unconnected villages. Why? Because what the strategy is to reduce the poverty. Next developmental strategy, that is industrial development. In that, Make in India. So the Make in India, it was launched by the Government of India on 25th September 2014. It has to encourage companies to manufacture their products in India and incentivize with dedicated investment into manufacturing. As well as its main aim, that is to encourage multinational and domestic companies to manufacture their products in India and create jobs and skill enhancement in 25 sectors. So this is what the Make in India. Next program, Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana. Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana, it was set up by the Government of India. The small business, startups or entrepreneurs can avail loans from rupees 50,000 to 10 lakh to start or grow their business under the three conditions, that is Shishu, Kishore and Tarun categories of the scheme. So this is the intention of Mudra Yojana. Next, social sector. Then what are the implements have been taking place under the social sector? That is Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, it was set up by Government of India under PM So here its intention is to, that is to make India become a clean. So in order to fulfill Mahatma Gandhi's dream of clean and hygienic India, our Prime Minister launched this Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. Next one, Skill India. To provide encouragement to youth for development of employable skills by providing monetary rewards by recognition of prior learning or by undergoing training at affiliated centers. So this is what the aim of Skill India. So Skill India, it encouraged especially for youths because to acquire a proper skill. Next, Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana. Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, it is one of the national mission and it is for financial inclusion to ensure access to financial services. So it will access the financial services, namely banking, savings and deposit account, remittances, credit, insurance and pension in an affordable manner. So this is what Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana. Next, Pradhan Mantri Jeevan Jyoti Bhima Yojana. So Pradhan Mantri Jeevan Jyoti Bhima Yojana, it is one of the life insurance scheme and its aim, that is to increasing the penetration of life insurance cover in India. The scheme is open and available to all Indian citizens between the age of 18 to 50 years. So this is what Pradhan Mantri Jeevan Jyoti Bhima Yojana. Next one, Pradhan Mantri Suraksha Bhima Yojana. So Pradhan Mantri Suraksha Bhima Yojana, it is one of the accident insurance scheme and its aim, that is to increasing the penetration of accidental insurance cover in India. This scheme is open and available to all Indian citizens between the age of 18 to 70 years. Next one, Atal Pension Yojana. Atal Pension Yojana, this scheme provides a monthly pension of rupees 1000 to 5000 per month based on the contribution amount to targeted to the private unorganized sector, and it is open to all Indian citizens between the age of 18 to 40 years. So this is also what financially helpful to the people. This is pension scheme. So these are all the development we can observe in the social sector. Now urban development. Then what are the implementing points we can observe in urban development? That is Amrit. That means Atal Mission on Rejuvenation and Urban Transformation. So here the aim of this Amrit, that is to enable better living and drive economic growth, stressing on the need for people-centric urban planning and development. So its aim was to make the urban planning and development. That means it should be enabled to better living and drive the economic growth by what? Making the centric urban planning as well as the development. And last one, Smart Cities Mission. The aim of Smart Cities Mission was to develop 100 cities all over the country, making them citizen friendly and sustainable, so that it will helps to making the economic as well as the social development. Now we'll move on our exercise question from this episode, that is exercise number 4. So question number 1, what is planning? Question number 2, expand Amrit. Question number 3, write the aim of Smart Cities Mission. Question number 4, write a note on Pradhana Mantri Awas Yojana. So these are the questions from this episode, and also you can able to answer after by watching this complete video. So this is write it in separate A4 sheet assignment work. Thank you.